Hello, everyone. Welcome to Women in Cryptocurrency. It's a meeting. It's not a meeting. It's a movement. All right. So let's get started. First, I'd like to introduce myself to you. My name is Shelby Casey Thompson, and I have some words here that describe me as a whole, other than being God's child. I am an educator by trade. I have a bachelor's degree in early childhood education. So I love to teach. I love for people to feel good about learning, and I'm a lifelong learner. I've also been a mentor for several years. It's one of my life purposes. I've dedicated my life to mentoring young girls and boys. It's been a blessing in my life. Now, marketing specialist. I used to market television shows and films for a marketing company. A lot of people know me from that. We used to do advanced screenings, and it was something that I love. So marketing is a piece of me that that I have formed a little bit of expertise in. Uh, Fourth, nonprofit management. Now, because I'm a giver, because I love mentoring and things of that nature, I wanted to start my own nonprofits, and I spent several years helping other people build their nonprofits. And through that, I went back to school to get a master's degree in nonprofit management and leadership. I'm a few credits shy of that, but that is a part of me. The next thing is administrative support. A lot of people shy away from administrative support, but I absolutely love anticipating the needs of other people. I like making other people look good. I like taking care of that paperwork thing. It's my thing. Now, I'm a connector. Ever since I was a little girl, I always connected people to places, places to things, getting people jobs, connecting people, relationships, all that type of thing, and I love it. So I left the best for last because I am now an e-commerce affiliate with a fantastic global company. And I'm an independent affiliate, which independent is the key. I'm free from corporate or any other entity that would require me to have punch in or out or anything of that nature. So being an e-commerce affiliate is all of these things that you see listed. It's all of that combined. I have the possibility and the capability to use all of my skills, and I absolutely love it, being an e-commerce independent affiliate. Okay, let's get into it. So the reason why we're having this conversation today is because women need to, and I say need to because it's a necessity that we understand and get involved in cryptocurrency. So let's talk about the basics, okay? What is cryptocurrency? Well, it's simply digital currency. And we're already using digital currency, right? We're already using PayPal, which is just the exchange of air. We're already using Cash App, which is just numbers going back and forth. There's nothing real tangible in your hand. So we're already using digital currency, but this currency is different. And why is it? Because of where it's located. It's located in cyberspace on a blockchain. And what is a blockchain? Well, at its most basic level, a blockchain is literally just a block of chains up there in cyberspace, but it's encrypted. And the great thing is that it's decentralized from the bank. And what does that mean for you and I? Being decentralized from the bank means that we aren't judged by the normal criteria of centralized bank, right? So normally we're judged by our debt to income ratio. We're judged by how much income we have coming in. We're judged by our credit score. We're judged on our gender. We're judged on our race. We're judged on how many assets and liabilities we have. So all of those things encompass the financial institution right now, and it's all centralized. Cryptocurrency is special because none of those things apply. Let's move on. So, what is a cryptocurrency exchange? It's also called a DCE. Well, this is the place where you buy, sell, and trade your cryptocurrency. Okay? Now, there's over 2,000 cryptocurrencies out there, and there are several hundred cryptocurrency exchanges, okay? But this is the place where you buy, sell, and trade. Now, what is an ICO? Now, the ICO, I want you to be very, very clear about, is that's the sweet spot with cryptocurrency. That's the spot where you're able to get in at the beginning stage of something fantastic. Now, I have a really fun video that I want to share with you. And you're going to laugh at this video, but it brings us to real life and what we're dealing with right now within the what we're dealing with right now with technology. Give me one moment.
Remove the telephone jack and plug it into this box here, the modem. I then take another wire from the modem and plug it in where the telephone was. I can then switch on the modem. It's now telling me to phone up the main press cell computer.
So it's a very simple connection to make.
Extremely simple. I'm now waiting for the computer to answer me. And
things are starting to happen.
Things are starting to happen.
Why did you buy a computer?
Well, I was very interested in the new technology and didn't want to be left behind. I don't think it's only for the youngsters at school now. I think us older ones will have to learn a lot about it.
What is internet anyway?
Internet is that massive computer network, the one that's becoming really big now.
What do you mean? That's big. How does one? What do you write to it like mail?
No, a lot of people use it and communicate with. I guess they can communicate with NBC writers and producers. Allison, can you explain what internet is?
The world is in financial disarray. Currencies failing, economies in wild flux, jobs being lost. But what if you could build an entirely new economy, one specifically designed for the digital realm? Well, that is the dream behind Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, for those of you who don't know, is an electronic online currency that was created in 2009. It was made by someone who did it under the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto.
Like any economy, you don't want too much too fast because then the value of your currency drops, or so slow that your economy grounds to a halt. It's designed to be a self-stabilizing economy. Whether it actually is that way though, well, that is a little bit more complicated.
Because some people have said, hey, Bitcoin is the answer to those problems. Are you a believer?
Well, Bitcoin is exciting because it shows how cheap it can be. Bitcoin is better than currency in that you don't have to be physically in the same place. And of course, for large transactions, currency can get pretty inconvenient.
And what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a currency on the internet.
I sent 100 euros worth of Bitcoin from here in Tokyo directly to you guys through this camera, through the network, through the TV, right into your home. If I had tried to do that, send you the money with a traditional bank, it would have taken several days and probably cost 30 euros. I just did it right now with Bitcoin instantly, basically for free, and didn't have to ask anybody for permission. I didn't need a bank, I didn't need a government, I didn't need anybody. I just needed myself and you and our smartphones to do it. That's the power of Bitcoin.
Wall Street is fraud, America is fraud, the world is fraud, banks are fraud, central banks are fraud. We live in an era of fraud. It's all based on fraud, and they get a percentage of the fraud. That's the business model. To suggest that there is any moral or ethical aspect to anything that's going on now is to be completely naive about the fact that we live in an era dominated by financial terrorists, jihadis of banking. They're here to kill you and themselves. They believe in an ideology, not the Quran, but Adam Smith, that they completely misread and interpret as something to justify their blowing themselves up. Janet Yellen's a terrorist. Mario Draghi's a terrorist. The Central Bank of Japan is a terrorist. These are the real terrorists.
Funds received.
This community is switching to what they think is a better monetary system. A system in which banks are no longer needed because payments could be made directly from one person to another.
Bitcoin is fundamentally different because in Bitcoin, you don't owe anyone anything and no one owes you anything. It is not a system based on debt. It is a system based on ownership. And no one can censor it, no one can seize it, no one can freeze it.
It's November the 2nd, 2008, just 6 weeks after the Lehman Brothers collapse. And all over the world, there are panicked debates about how to save the banks. Then, on a little visited web forum for cryptographers, a document appears in which a completely new monetary system is proposed. The visionary author calls himself Satoshi Nakamoto.
These were the darkest days of the financial crisis. So that to me suggests a very clever mind that saw an opportunity, the perfect opportunity to introduce a new radical technology and a new radical approach to money and finance at just the right moment when people would be very open to making this big shift that's required to adopt a new currency.
What's exciting for me is like a global economy. Right now we say we have a global economy, but I can't take $1 and give it to you in the Netherlands and then you know what to do with it, right? You would have to go and change it to your native currency. And when you kind of eliminate that step, and I can just send you one form of payment and you can send me a product in a matter of seconds, that starts to change things from a global perspective.
How could this digital coin invented by this Satoshi Nakamoto become hundreds of times more valuable than the dollar? And why do enthusiasts like Roger Fear want the world to switch to bitcoins?
I'm giving every single person here 1,000 yen worth of bitcoins, which is like $8 and something cents.
Back in the early days, you know, I'd get phone calls from my buddies. Oh, hey man, I lost 10,000 bitcoins because my computer blew up, right? Back then, one bitcoin was less than a penny, right? So nobody cared. They lost $10. They don't care, right? And now 10,000 bitcoins, that's $5 million. That's a big deal.
All right. So I wanted you to see that specific clip because it shows you the evolution of where we came from when people had no idea what the internet was. They had no idea what email was or what it is. And now we're all the way to the cryptocurrency space. And what I'm sharing with you today is a visionary person who created a completely different economic or ecosystem of money that you can get involved with at the beginning. Just like that video where they were plugging a plug out and putting a plug in at the beginning of something special and something that's global and something that's life-changing. This webinar today is one that is giving you the opportunity and the exposure to be a part of something super, super special. Cryptocurrency and also gold-backed cryptocurrency, something that will put you into a global ecosystem with gold, God's money, connected with the finest and the latest and greatest of technology on the blockchain. Gold and cryptocurrency marry each other. And that's what we're here today to talk about at this webinar, okay? So let's move forward because this is the conversation that we should be having amongst our entire tribe. Your friends, your family, you should be having the conversation about how we can elevate ourselves into a financial situation that can change everyone's life, okay? So let's talk about the statistics for women. Currently, women make up about 5% of crypto enthusiasts. Now, we need to change that drastically because we make up over 50% of the population. Okay, so if 50% of the population and only 5% of that 50% are involved in something that is an economic boom, we have the opportunity to listen, to learn, to get educated, and to share this information with other people so that we can advance. Okay, and that's the reason why I am super, super passionate about women in cryptocurrency, because women are the foundation of the world. Women are more oppressed than any other segment of the world. All shades, all color, we are still the oppressed. And if we can take hold of a financial institution of the people's money, then we can really go about change within the world. All right? Now, before we go to a game that I want to play with you to show you exactly how we can make money moves, I want to share with you one more quick video so that you can see exactly where women fit in and how we fit in into this global economy.
The idea that people could own their money without having to go to a bank, I actually became super obsessed with it. I literally couldn't sleep or eat for like a few days. It was just like going down the rabbit hole or taking that pill in the Matrix. It was insanely magical for me.
We're just talking about money. We're talking about money in different forms.
There are a lot of different explanations for cryptocurrencies, but I think the best one is simply it's internet money.
When we think about why people don't have money, we just assume that it's because they don't make money. But there's a huge piece missing there, which is a lot of times people don't have access to make money. And cryptocurrency is really widening the scope and scale of what people can do with money.
It kind of creates a new sort of freedom for a lot of different people around the world.
In very traditional societies, women very much depend on men for financial resources and financial empowerment. Unequal access to financial resources mean unequal access to opportunities.
Cryptocurrency can be really powerful for women, especially in countries like Nigeria. It's typically expected that the man be the person controlling the finances in the home. This can create a really bad power imbalance between the husband and the wife, and it makes it very difficult for a woman to live in those situations.
That could be me, that could be my friend, that could be my sister, and I just want to see it change. I'm an entrepreneur, so I'm a little biased, but even thinking about it from like starting a business, you need to open up an account, you need a way to process revenue, and if you aren't able to actually get that approval, you aren't going to be able to do it.
Seems kind of obvious, but when you include 50% of the population in the economy, that expands it, does good things for everyone.
Investment in women can really change communities dramatically. As long as you have good access to the internet, you should be able to hook up to these networks, offer your services, and earn income from them.
The more that people participate on a daily basis in this utility system, the more that we're truly driving towards an open financial system for the whole world.
I think every revolution and major change has initially been seen as crazy or silly until it happens and becomes the norm and is inevitable.
Having a group that are mothers, leaders, sisters, wives, it's just so important. It's half the world. If you believe in a world in which people have more control over their finances, buying Bitcoin or other forms of cryptocurrency could be a really great way to express that. That's a huge reason why I hold Bitcoin.
All right, so now that we've talked about the technology and we've talked about the importance of it to the world, and now we've brought you to talking about the importance of women getting involved in cryptocurrency, and we talked about the basics. So a lot of people stay away from it because they're afraid of it, because they don't understand it. But today, we've given you a basic understanding of exactly what it is. Now I'm going to share with you how to get involved. We've talked about it. We've learned about it. We're empowered with the information. The next step is to take action. To take action and to be a part of the movement that's going to happen with or without us. But I prefer that it happen with you. Okay? So let's go further on. Let's move into the next part of this PowerPoint presentation so we can see where we are. So We have been programmed to be spenders, to spend our money, to buy clothes, to buy liabilities, okay? Now, let's talk about how much some of these liabilities are currently costing. Let's say you wanted to get a new grill for the summer. How much is it going to cost you? About $200. Do you really need the grill? We'll see. How about one Gucci shirt, a t-shirt with a name on it for $180? These things are flying off the shelves, which proves to us that people have the money. Consumers are out there spending their money every day on items like this. How about a purse? $198 to carry the $10 or $15 you have in the purse. We have to think about it and retrain our minds and change our spending habits into savings habits. How about dinner for two? A nice restaurant, surf and turf, you and someone else easily blow $200 on a date. Yes? Well, let me show you how you can take this same amount of money, $200, and turn it into life-changing money. So, currently with the company that I'm involved with, we have a special going on. Sorry about that, went too fast. We have something going on that's super special. For $200 or so, you have the ability to buy our cryptocurrency during its private offering. We don't just have any cryptocurrency, we have gold-backed cryptocurrency. We have a cryptocurrency called KCB that is connected to a complete ecosystem of financial ecosystem. It's connected to it. So for $200, you can receive 1,607 KCB coins. Now, what does that mean for you? That means if that coin were to go to $1, you have invested $200, and when the coin goes to $1, you've now made $1,607. So for the price of a grill, you can come up you'd come up about $1,400, okay? Now let's say you were patient and you waited till the coin came to $10. You're looking at $16,000 with your initial investment of only the price of a Gucci shirt. Now, if you were patient and you waited till the coin went to $1, now you say, what's the likelihood of the coin going to $1? The likelihood is significant. Bitcoin has gone up to $19,000. It's currently at about $10,500, and it's not backed or paired with any utility other than supply and demand. Our coin is backed with gold. So the likelihood of it going to $100, think about it. That coin goes to $100, and you now have increased your finances to $160,000. Now, women, in life, we have a tendency to put our dreams aside for our families, for our children, for careers, and we're working and working and working, and we're giving and giving and giving. I'm passionate about cryptocurrency for women because it gives you the opportunity to dream again. It gives you the opportunity to fulfill some dreams that you may have put aside for other reasons. And for only $200, what could you do with $160,000? In a few short months or years, if you were sitting on $160,000, could you open up your own salon? Could you open up your own daycare? Could you travel around the world? The possibilities are limited, and that's what I want you to think about as we create this movement of women. Now, let's say, I don't think this would ever happen, but if the coin does nothing, within our company, Karatbars International, if you don't do anything with your coin, that same $200 that you invested, you're left with something significant. You're left with a full-blown business, a turnkey business that you don't pay anything else for, that has the opportunity to give you residual income. And it's your business for the rest of your life. Not only your life, but the business is willable. Yes, you can will it to your children. With this business, we get paid 5 times a month in euros. Think about it. For the price of a purse, you're getting a turnkey business, you're getting cryptocurrency, and you have the opportunity and the potential, the great potential to change your life. So today, someone invited you to come to this webinar to get empowered and educated about cryptocurrency, to alleviate the fear that's associated with jumping into an investment, and to understand that you can be a part of a global business opportunity. So this is great. You see here on the screen that we have a chart that shows you the price range in which you could go. I talked to you today about $150 or euros, which is about $180, okay? But you get in where you fit in. I'm not counting your pockets. You may have $1 million to invest. And if you do, I would tell you this is the best place to put it. So you see here on this chart, and you see that the date of this special ended on September the 2nd. But the great thing is our company decided to extend this. And that's why your family or friend or associate invited you to this webinar today, to take action today, because the extension is only going to last for a few more days. You see here that if you get if you put in $150, you'll get the business that we talked about, and you'll get 1,600 coins. You take a look at the chart and see where you fit in. 150, 350, 3,000, 4,000, 50,000. This is a great place to put your 401k. Now, what I'd like you to do is to digest the information that we've talked about here today. This is a quick 30-minute webinar to just whet your palate and give you a little bit of information to make you think and then to make you act. So please get back to the person that invited you to this webinar so that you can learn more. But guess what? I'm not just going to leave you hanging with education. We have an opportunity to be a part of a group of women where you can earn and learn at the exact same time. So with that being said, I want to turn over this webinar to my business partner, who is the educational piece of Women in Cryptocurrency. So you learned a little bit from me, but you will have the opportunity to learn from professionals that know what they're doing in the space of cryptocurrency to alleviate the fear. So that being said, I'd like to introduce to some and present to others my partner, Ansela Ramsley, who's going to give you the gift of education. So tune in.
Shelby, first of all, that was an outstanding presentation. You did an amazing job. I love the new edits. It was so interesting and so entertaining. Good job, good job. I want to thank you too for having the vision to see the need to get women involved in cryptocurrency, but not just women in our media circles, women all over the globe. So if you have contacts in other countries, ladies, reach out to them. This can be done in over 140 countries. Reach out to them. I love what you're doing. So proud of you. So lastly, I thank everyone for being able to start sharing my screen. And just like Shelby said, tell you a little bit about this opportunity. Is we are offering a Women in Cryptocurrency membership. It will be on the platform of Facebook. With that membership, you get access to a Facebook group, trainings that we do in Maryland as well as online, and you have unlimited access to recorded trainings. Let me tell you guys a little bit about my group administrator for Women in Cryptocurrency's Facebook group. I had a corporate job in accounting for 12 years, loved my job, hated office politics, decided to open my own natural hair salon, which I did, which I loved. I also was an educator in several different countries, and I did that for 17 years. As much as I enjoyed it, I really wanted that afforded me more freedom. And that's when I became an e-commerce affiliate along with Shelby. That's how we connected with Karatbars International. And because of that, I was able to close my salon in November 2017, and I've had time and location freedom ever since. So this is why we want to reach back, share with others what we've learned about this amazing company, and also educate about this amazing opportunity with cryptocurrency. As a disclaimer, as a group, Women in Cryptocurrency, we do not guarantee any gains. We are not financial advisors. We are not cryptocurrency experts or traders. We share what we've learned, explain some of the processes in cryptocurrency acquisition, but each and every member is responsible for their own arbitrage, acquisition, and trading decisions. So I want us to be very clear with that, and I'm going to tell you guys what you will get if you join our Facebook group. So like I said, you get those trainings, you get membership in the group, we have support, we have inspiration, and we have an annual membership introductory price of only $50. The first thing you'll do is get back to the person who invited you to this webinar. Tell them that you want to open your free Karatbars Gold Savings account. This is how it all starts. Everyone in this group is a Karatbars affiliate, primarily because we are working with our KBC and KCB coins, which are Karatbars coins. Again, this account is totally free, no monthly minimums, no monthly maintenance fees. Once you have it, it is yours for life. To pay for your membership, you'll simply send via Cash App $50 to $Ancela and include in the notes your Facebook name so that I know who this payment is for. If we are not yet Facebook friends, please send me a Facebook friend request because I cannot add you to the group unless we are Facebook friends. I'll send you an invitation to join WIC:women in cryptocurrency. That is our group. Once you accept that invitation, you are there. You have access to the trainings. You are welcome to pose questions. Whatever we can do to support you, please let us know. We've already had our first training. That was on September 4th, last Wednesday. It was really, really good. The guests who attended felt empowered. We were able to get everyone's account set up. That training is in the Facebook group now. Since you weren't able to join us live, you can still get that information. Our next training is actually tomorrow, Wednesday, September 11th. We will cover arbitrage and acquisition part 1. So it's not too late to get in, get everything set up so that you can join us tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Eastern. The replay, as I said, is available in the group at any time. And this is what the screen looks like. So this is just a screenshot of our first training. We talked a little bit about the markets. We're really striving, myself and my co-administrator, Tamara Staley, we are truly striving to give you all the information you need so that you can do this. And once you learn, of course, you can help other people to do this. And this is what this movement is all about, women helping women. So, Women in Cryptocurrency, join the movement. You can go to the website at any time, womenincrypto.co. We're still developing. We're adding more things as things move along and as our reach expands. And once again, I want to thank you, Shelby, so much for allowing me to be involved. Ladies, if you have any questions, just reach out to me. I'm on Facebook, Ancela Ramsey. Send any information or any inquiries that you need help with. You can send them to myself or to Shelby, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you so much.